All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome back for another recap video. Today we're going to be reviewing a couple stocks traded today. Traded a total of 4 stocks. However, 3 of these stocks that kind of barely traded, mostly focused on INM. Walking away some small green, traded mostly INM. So this one was a 3 million share float biotech. We had news saying the drug that they had demonstrates proof of concept in studies of Alzheimer's disease. So Alzheimer's, a lot of people know what Alzheimer's is. It's when you start forgetting about things because you're getting a little too old. And so since everybody knows about it and you do get positive proof of concept, positive news on something that everybody knows, it usually makes a pretty big move in the market, especially if it has a low float, which just has 3.31 million shares. And overall, trading this, I did not get aggressive enough. I had a couple trades. Down in this area. Kind of woke up around 8 a.m. We sat down around 8 a.m. and caught this initial breakout on this candle. I bought the break of $1, or for the break of $1, as I did see it hold above $1. You know, we have this low here, a higher low here, kind of like a bull flag sort of setup. And after seeing this break and hold, I did add for the break of the highs, and I did scale out kind of on this first candle. And then bought again on this 1 micro pullback down here at 106. And then for this pop, I scaled out again at 111. And that was it. Like, I had like 2 nice good trades, good 5 or 6 cent trades. And I was like, wow, already good start to the day. And I was like now nervous to give that back. And it caused me to actually miss this setup that had another 50% move. This thing, so it did not break down below this previous high of 105, which is a great sign, and it held the 9 EMA. And we have increasing volume. Whenever you see a breakout, especially pre-market early in the day, because a lot of times pre-market, when you get that initial breakout, that's like the trigger for the front side move. And once you get that initial breakout here pre-market, especially after the news catalyst on high volume, this is fresh volume on the day. Like, this is high volume. This is double the previous candle's high volume. And you want to keep that on watch. And there we go again, more increasing volume. This is where you want to be getting aggressive. But I did miss it here. After getting a nice trade here, I was like already in profit protection mode and completely missed the next candles. We did hold like I said, we hold 105. And then we curled back up and broke this previous high. We had the classic setups of 5-minute consolidation, breakout, and 1-minute pullback or 1-minute bull flag, and continuation. So we got that continuation up to 140. Now this is going to be technically the second pullback. We got some resistance up there at 140 to kind of topping out there. But yeah, this is a very nice move, about 22%. And seasoned traders are going to be scaling out into that move. Got the pullback here. I did take an entry here at 130 off the dip, but I sold way too quick. I was like thinking that this is done for. You know, it's extended. It can't go much higher than this. This market sucks. Blah blah blah. But my bias did get to me on this stock. And, you know, again, whenever you see increasing volume like that on a front side move, you want to keep an eye on it and you want to play the front side of the move. Treat this move as how you would trade a front side, which would be buying and holding dips for the retest of the highs and maybe adding into the highs and selling into an extension. So we did get that dip down below, retest of the high, and then a higher low here. And then you can see on this candle, nice full-bodied. And even if you look at the tape here, when I reviewed my tape, I could see the tape increasing in speed on this candle versus the previous candles, which could indicate this level to get busted through at 140. And we kind of topped out there at 170. And the third pullback usually does not result usually, unless it's a really hot market, usually does not result in clean continuation. It's usually much choppier. We did get that nice consolidation. We got the dip down here, kind of sort of like a trap for shorts, starting to fade a little bit. Shorts maybe getting excited. Held that 140 support level from the previous level there and popped back up. And holding that 9 EMA, broke back over to 9 EMA and held and squeezed out anyone that was holding short on this downtrend. So making that next candle to make a new high, squeezing out. And I completely missed this. I was eyeing this trade. I even bought the dip down here at 143, 142, but I just did not have the patience to hold through this 8 minutes or so of consolidation. We did reach back up to new highs, and then at the open you had a quick micro pullback and a rip through the highs, which was tough to trade. Definitely we're taking risk on that trade for sure, especially after the move that it just made, up about 200% on the day. I think about 175% on the day. Definitely risky. Could have easily has just dumped back down. Definitely, risky. I did take a small trade and sold into the highs. I did not hold for the haul. Sold into the highs, took my gains, and that was it. So I didn't trade much of this. We had a nice dip trapping these shorts down here, bottoming tail, making that 1 minute candle new high. That would be a really good trade there, potential 15% or so. That was definitely one of the easier trades of the day if you could spot it. Then the rest, you had that flat open on this resumption, on this halt down, which also could signal some support in that area. And we had that pop back up, short-lived pop. But that was a little trickier. Down here, after fading VWAP, I was eyeing this after the resumption of this level here. We dipped down to support level on this neckline. As you can see, we had this resistance, which now acts as support. Again, respected the support level there, comes back again, and it respects it again. And now you can kind of see a sort of head and shoulders forming in this area. And I was anticipating that head and shoulders, and I wanted to get in to anticipate that right shoulder. I did get in, but I sold. I got in at like 144, 145, and then I sold at the top of this green candle around 150, early 150s, like 151, 152. Just a solid trade. Got back in on the low at 146 and sold again at like 152, 153. Very good entries. I'm very proud of pinpointing that entry. Could have been a little bit more patient on scaling out on the exit, because you did get that next candle to 1 minute candle make a new high, which came up to 150. And if I wanted to hold it even more, another 30 minutes, which I rarely ever do, probably wouldn't do. But we popped back up to 170 to kind of finish that shoulder up on this shoulder line. And then we faded back down to the lows, and that was pretty much it for INM. Now we're back down at 83 cents. So from 70 cents to $2 and back to 80 cents. This is exactly why you don't bag hold these stocks. This is exactly why you manage your risk and don't hold and hope. Because look, we just went from $2 to 80 cents in one day. That's a lot of risk to be taking on and holding for long periods of time, which again is why I don't like to hold for long periods of time. I like to minimize my time in the markets to minimize my exposure risk. I like to take I like to form a hypothesis, get in for the entry, and once my hypothesis is no longer standing, is no longer valid in the chart on the level 2, etc., then I bail out and look for the next entry. I do not want to be holding and hoping, because you could be the one holding for these drops that are pretty nasty. So manage your risk. Trading is risky. You guys know. You want to be in it for the long term. So that was it for INM. We had RNAZ. I had a couple trades in here. I was looking for a micro pullback down in this area for a curl back up, maybe some continuation, but that did not come. ASTI, this one was a tough one. I saw this one test VWAP. It dipped back down. I bought like a couple hundred shares in this area, pop back up, kind of sold half for gains and sold half for break even, flushed back down, curled back up, and then trying to time again that VWAP breakout, but it was just so choppy and so unconvincing, and I ended up selling for mostly break even. We've failed back down below VWAP, back above VWAP, and this I'm like, okay, it could be trapping shorts now, let's get long, but again, stalls out, take my break even trade, and then in this area we finally break out. I'm thinking, okay, we could be looking at $2 here. I get in at like 191, 192, and then immediately this candle teleports down to 183 and just flashes down to 183. I'm taking a 10-cent loss instantaneously, and just not fun. Just not fun. That was it for ASTI. I didn't want to trade that much anymore. ASTI, I'll pull up my my daily report card. So I have been doing daily report cards. So I can show you my daily report card that I've had so far on the day. LIIN was a larger float, 104 million share float. This one had some news on it. Partnership, I think, an agreement with Bristol Myers to commercialize a heart drug in China. This one made a decent move off of the lows. Again, a larger float, so I was a little bit leery on trading this. I didn't really take much trades. I tried to catch a break of $3, but ended up selling for break even. Just overall a little bit out of my wheelhouse, so I didn't really know kind of how to trade it properly. But here is my daily report card. This is what I started doing yesterday, just to kind of put a little bit more intention in my studies, because I started to realize that I don't really know exactly what an A+ setup looks like. What is my edge, or what is my setups? What do I do well on? So I'm putting a little bit more intention in my studies to kind of dig a little bit deeper into myself and try to improve a little bit as a trader. And I've been coming through a little bit of a low point, a little bit of stagnation, and I definitely want to turn that around. I'm willing to do anything and everything that it takes for me to turn it around and reach new highs and be more confident and more sure of myself in the market. And I feel like this is something that I should be doing from here on out. So here is my daily report card so far. So my goal here, one thing I'm trying to improve on, is my precise entries to improve accuracy on the day. Recently, my accuracy has been lacking, so I want to improve that. Today I graded myself a B because I have a few great entries, but I hesitated, and also a few great entries. I missed a few great entries, but I also had a few great entries on INM. And so grade is how well did I achieve my goal. So this has nothing to do with P&L. It's just entirely based upon, did I achieve this, yes or no, or how well did I do it on a scale of F to A. Morning temperature is going to be how I feel coming into the day. Overview is going to be, so my overview for each ticker that I trade, I want to have screenshots. I want to track the news, the statistics of that. What's the float? What's the catalyst? What's the float? The ticker. I want to know the daily chart and the intraday chart, and I also want to know the sector. So, I have one for INM, my intraday chart. We have my daily chart. Then we have the details, pretty much just describing how I traded it, and just overall just fleshing everything out, everything that I need to know about how the stock traded. And I can review it in my daily archives. I can watch the whole trading day over again on how I traded it, and really flesh out everything that I possibly can out of these stocks that were in play for the day. ASTI was the other one that I sort of traded. Didn't have as much detail because I didn't really trade it as much. And it was a little bit kind of less so in play. We only had maybe like an hour of trading, like something really in play. Right at the open. But I got my float, my news, etc., daily chart, details. Now for this one, LIAN, biotech, news, float, intraday chart, daily chart, and then my details on how I traded it. This one again didn't really have much details because I only had one trade on it. My statistics, so this is where I'm supposed to screenshot of my statistics. Easiest trade of the day, which is going to be what was the easy money trades. And as you probably noticed, if you are a follower of Lance Brightstein, he did kind of encourage me, not directly, indirectly encourage me to make a daily report card. So he calls this part the easy money trades. So the easy money trades are going to be the A+ setups of the day, the ones that either you traded or you didn't trade, you didn't have to trade them, but what were your entries and exits, or what would be the best entries and exits on these easy money trades. And so that's good to kind of keep track as well. And then also simple things like what I learned or improved upon today. You always want to have a couple takeaways with what you learned or improved upon, and then changes I need to make. So these are sort of like my takeaways. So if I can sum up the day in one or two sentences, things that I learned and things I need to change. And then my YouTube recap is where I'm going to link my YouTube recap. And this is all available on Trade Journal. I'll be posting these regularly, daily, because they're daily report cards. You guys can check them out on the portfolio, and I will have them listed as I go along. So I can pull it up here. If you just go to portfolio, it should be under posts under Triad Trading. So I have my 1023, and I'm about to post my 1024 daily report card. You can also track my statistics as well. I actually made these public as well, so you guys can track my statistics on the day and see how I'm doing. Try not to compare yourself. I've been doing actually pretty crappy lately. Just kind of a little bit in a rut. So yeah, we're going to try to turn this around, and this is why I'm implementing this. I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm actually excited. I actually feel excited to be doing this. I'm always looking forward to doing my daily report cards the past 2 days or past 3 days, because I want to be able to do anything that I possibly can to become a better trader. I want to, figure out all the best ways to improve and tackle it and do the work. And so I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Here's my daily report card templates, and this one is influenced a lot by Lance Brightstein. A lot of the things that he has on his template, not everything though. I do have the date, the goal, my grade, my morning temp, overview. I think we already went over this. So you guys get that, and yeah, so you guys can review that on Trade Journal. I do encourage you to do a formal write-up every single day. It doesn't have to be as detailed as mine. I am kind of just, whatever comes to my head, I'm just like typing in. So it's more coming out to be like a documentary of the day, but I'm just going to roll with it and continue this and see how it kind of evolves over time. But I think it's good that I'm tracking everything and I can access everything at one place if I need to. So any specific day that I want to look at, I can just kind of review everything, how I traded it, all the statistics of the ticker, the daily chart, the intraday chart. I can see that all in one page, which is really good. I also have my chart archives as well, which is where I post screenshots of every single chart I have traded. I actually stopped doing this for a while, for about a year, so I only have 169 charts. I should have thousands by now. Well, maybe not thousands, but I should have at least close to 1,000 by now. But I did stop doing it. But like, I have tickers all the way back down to 2020, 2021, AUVI, LEDS, VTNR. I just love to just flip through these and just kind of look at them. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it's easy to kind of quickly flip through these if I want, and kind of just analyze kind of what the patterns are and the things that I'm looking at with my details on the specific day. And obviously I have the date and the time, so if I ever want to go back, I do have my daily recaps, like my live trading archives. I can always go to this day and then watch how I traded it. So it's really, really important that you have all this data cataloged, chart pictures, details of how you traded in written words, all the statistics of the stock, of the ticker at the time, because the statistics of the ticker change over time. You know, there might be more offerings, the price will be different, the ownership will be different. You know, the stock could be delisted, or it could change to a different stock in a merger. So a lot of things can change. So you will definitely want to track down exactly the news catalyst, the float at the time, and everything. The sector. Yeah, you definitely want to track that. Because a year from now, you know, I might not be able to find the float for LIAN on October 24th, 2023. You know, it might be completely different. So it's important that I track that. And I might not be able to find the news catalyst on 10/24/2023. So it's important that I track that and just catalog that just for my own database, so I can go back to any time that I feel like, and I can find exactly everything about that stock at this specific moment. I can review exactly how I traded it through my trading archives, and I can look over the daily chart and the intraday chart that was showing on that day. So it's very, very important. I hope this does aid me in improving as a trader, and I hope I encourage you guys to do something like this yourself. And if you guys are not yet a member on my Discord channel, you guys can join the Triad Trading Tribe. The link will be down in the description. Also, my Trade Journal profile will be down in the description. You guys can check that out. And follow me on Trade Journal. You guys can make your own profile for free. You can also look at my DRCs, my daily report card, every single day. Also join, the Triad Trading Tribe, Discord channel. Subscribe if you're a new viewer. Subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Hit that like button. I think that is it. So I hope you guys did well today. If you did, bravo. It was definitely a tough day. Study up. Come back tomorrow, a better trader. That's what it's about. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace.